Unless it's just going to really hit us, let's get like 3 or 4 feet. So we're snowed in for several days. Got to give a shout out. The kids are at home tonight. Didn't take the long trip over to Jacksonville. So Carson, Kane, Reese, Jada, Harper, I think those are all mine. But they're all tuned into the radio here on 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Railers the basketball as we start the third quarter. On the floor for the Railers, Bryson Kirby, Aaron Hopp, Isaiah Bowers, KJ Fry, and Ben Grunder getting the second half start for the Railers. Railers with the basketball. Isaiah goes by his defender, a little teardrop over the
Isaiah has shown it all tonight. Again, start right out of the half. Isaiah right back at it for another two. Going baseline, they kind of went out on him. Isaiah gave him a nice head fake after he's made a couple threes now, and Isaiah right around and hit the floater. So good start for the Railers.
Railers down 11, 34-23. Isaiah with a dozen. Brannon over to Dugan. Dugan watched by Kirby. Near side now to Brannon. White left side three. No. Rebound Fry for the Railers. Fry hands to Hop. Races into the front court.
Go.
Hop back out to Grunder. Over to KJ. Open top key three. Yes.
Baby. Good start for the Railers. A 2 and now a 3 by Fry. Nice push of the basketball by Hop. And Hop found Jacksonville unaware of where KJ was. And Fry got those puppies set and knocked it down. So nice start to the half here for the Railers.
A minute into the half, the Railers have cut the deficit down to 8. 34-26. Down to McCombs, back out to Brannon, swing it right side to White, lob down to Rose. Grunder with a nice job on him.
Nice.
Dugan cuts to the basket, gets the pass from Rose and lays it in.
Nice job by Grunder of just playing straight up, being physical with Rose, but give Dugan some credit. Didn't stand and watch him. He went and cut to the basket and was able to get an easy layup.
6:15 to go. Railers down by 10. Grunder on top to Hop. Kirby. Grunder now right wing to Bowers. Isaiah's going to drive by Dugan. Goes up strong. They're going to say it was taken away. No call.
No body there. I mean, Isaiah went flying into Rose and knocked him off balance, and probably a clean strip up top. But
Dugan with a good catch with the right hand, switched it over to the left hand, but missed the layup. And now the Railers will head back the other way. Isaiah, a long three, a little out of his range. Grunder high for the rebound.
Man.
Got it in front of McCombs. And for McCombs, that'll be his first on the team. 5:43 to go in the third, Josh. Railers down 36-26.
Yeah, nice way to go after it. Ben, sophomore, gets a lot of time on the sophomore level, but has shown some lack of experience at the varsity level. And that time you see him going after it a little bit harder. And starting to feel a little more comfortable, I think. Maybe you can get Ben on the scoring and get him going to the basket.
Hop, drive, blocking foul whistled on Brannon. And a few moments ago, Bryson fired up a three. Rebound again came down to Grunder. So, sometimes it's a reward for the players that have been working hard, and other times it's maybe delivering a message to those that are not in.
Well, you're going to hear his name for quite a while the next couple of years. Grunder, one of the players on the sophomore team who's just lost one game so far, I believe, this season. So he's getting his chance here at the varsity action as Fry up for three.
Off the right side. And they'll let it trickle out of bounds.
Grunder going after it, and that's what Coach wants to see. You got to have guys going after the basketball, and he's gotten 2 offensive rebounds in limited action so far by just hustle and going after it.
36-26, 10-point lead for Jacksonville. 5 minutes to go, third quarter from the bowl here in Jacksonville. White on the right side. Back on top to Albers. Albers looks to drive through, working against Kirby. Had it tipped away momentarily. Albers gets it over to Dugan. Dugan will drive the lane again. The lane opens up, and a foul is going to be whistled before he can get to the basket. Railer basketball this year brought to you by Lincoln College, 5th Street Food Mart, and Jason Schmidt at Channel Seeds. 4:49 to go. They lob it back down to McCombs. He spins toward the basket. It's tipped away by Isaiah into the hands of Grunder. Falls over to Hop. And Aaron looked to make a move and lost it right out of bounds.
Just an unfortunate play. Ben wanted to get rid of it, I think, a little too quick. But again, Hop not looking for it. And after a big steal by the Railers, after McCombs put it on the ground, you saw a bunch of pesky Railers going after it on the dribble. And that was a costly turnover, down 10 here.
4:35 to go. 36-26. Dugan on the left wing. Back on top, they swing it to Brannon now in the lane. Back out. Albers drives in. Floater blocked away by Grunder. Ball loose on the floor. It's KJ who picked it up. And if they hurry, they've got the numbers. But now Jacksonville recovers. And the Railers will be a little bit slower in their pace, getting things set up here as we're halfway through quarter number 3.
Yeah, and again, Grunder with a nice play, a block shot.
Grunder will fire off a 3 and hit.
All right, hey, so he's getting a little confidence. And now the sophomore, you start to see what he does on the sophomore squad. He's got a couple of rebounds. He gets a block shot, and now he hits a 3 from the corner. So a nice pickup off the bench for the Railers tonight.
3:50 to go. It's down to a 7-point game, 36-29. Ben Grunder's first points of the night. Brannon over to White, tries to answer, and he does, another 3. And then a timeout taken by Jacksonville, just the 30. So we will keep it here. 3:37 to go in the third. Lincoln down 39-29. Gives us an opportunity to tell you that the Town & Country Bank, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, and Timbercrest Vet Services helping bring you Railer basketball on a Friday night, and seeing some energy and some results from Mr. Grunder.
Well, some nice energy off the bench too. You know, a guy that comes in, and you like to have those guys off the bench that bring the energy. Maybe sometimes when the starters or the regulars are lacking a little bit, and they see somebody come off the bench, it gives your guys that have been out there for a while a little spunk too. And I think it has. The defense has started to pick up, although White hits one from the corner, but that's where they've been really successful in Jacksonville. When White gets in the corner, he's either been able to shoot it and make it from the corner, or get it into McCombs or Rose around the basket.
David Biggs back into the Railer lineup. He replaces Ben Grunder. And I think it's nothing more than the fact that we saw Ben go into that timeout tugging on his jersey. I think he was a little winded. Bryson, a long 3, won't go down, but he does. And Bryson will go to the line, and he will be shooting 3.
Yeah, I think Grunder, in the past couple games, I know one Tuesday night didn't play in the sophomore game, or maybe it was the game before, so I don't know if there's injury and he's probably a little winded. Plus, he played a lot of the sophomore game tonight where the Railer sophomores were victorious 43-29 as Kirby hits his first one.
Second one on the way. That's good. 39-31, 3:19 to go.
Kind of feel the momentum just starting to switch a little bit, Jeff, as the Railers gaining confidence. A 3-point play there for Kirby, and we're back within 7.
39-32. Jacksonville's picked up their dribble in the backcourt, and it goes off of White's hands, so good pressure by the Railers. Forces the turnover, something the Railers weren't able to do very much of. In fact, only one time in the first half.
I talked with Coach Ewald before the game, and they talked about where they had kind of a meeting with the coaches. They're going to start to pick up the pressure a little bit. They're going to trap in the corners more than they have been in the years past, and they're going to pick up the pressure full court.
Out to Biggs outside the 3-point line. Hop, hands to Isaiah. Isaiah pulls that 15-footer, rolls off, no good. Rebound to McCombs, but a good look.
Yeah, great shot, too. Nice offense by the Railers. Isaiah came around a handoff with a 2-dribble pull-up with the left hand, got it to the free throw line, and looked good from here, just off.
2.5 to go in the third quarter. Jacksonville a 7-point lead at 39-32. They were up 13 at halftime. Dugan on the right side. Over on the right side again, Dugan fires a 3. That's no good. High for the rebound. Saved and by Albers as he threw it off of Aaron Hop. And so it'll stay with the Crimsons. And I know I'm going to regret saying this. So far in this half, the Railers have done a much better job of watching Rose and McCombs on the backside of the defense.
Yeah, Rose, not a lot of action so far as
McCombs in the lane. Turns from about 8. He's fouled and he'll go to the line shooting 2.
But I think it's also been a little feistiness with the Railers, and a little bit of ball pressure. Ball pressure on the perimeter makes it a lot tougher for those guys to pass it into the big guys when you don't have a clean look at it.
First free throw is going to roll off no good from McCombs.
I think McCombs is probably a guy, if you get late in the game, gets a chance to touch the basketball and you're in that fouling mode. It hasn't been well from the line. 1 of 3 so far and hasn't looked good on any of them.
Second one, that one will go down.
Not quite as bad as Drummond the other night, though, for the Pistons in the NBA. I think he missed 25, and they said Steph Curry didn't miss 25 all season last year.
40-32. Isaiah mishandles it a little bit, but it goes over to Fry. 2 minutes to go in the third. Railers down only 8 at 40-32. And that's another thing, Josh. You're down 8, and your leading scorer has 1 basket tonight.
Right, and he's made some other things happen, but we're going to have to get Hop a little more active here getting to the basket. He's got a tough defender in Brannon on him, but Hop's got the speed advantage on him.
Fry goes right down the lane, pulls up from 15, back out to Grunder. Now to Isaiah, fakes one way, goes the other. Kicks it over to Grunder again. Back out to Kirby, 1.5 minutes in the third. Over to Bryson, between the circle, now left wing to Hop, goes right by his guy. Tries to go baseline, kicks it out to Ben. 3 on the way, good again.
Nice. Nice drive by Hoppy there again. He doesn't get the basket, but Hop does the driving and kicks it over in the corner to the spot where Grunder hit the last one, over in that corner next to the Railer bench.
And then a foul is going to be whistled on the back court against Bryson Kirby. His second, team second, 1:07 to go in the third. And the Railers have cut it to just 5, 40-35. Bowers, Fry, Hop, Grunder, joined by Garrett Isles, as Bryson Kirby will take a seat. Albers on the right side to Brannon, down to the corner to White. You watch down low as Hop tips the pass away, but goes right back to White, now to McCombs. Well, if you watch down low, Grunder is not afraid to push and shove, but another 3 from White from outside. He has 12. I
think White just last week had 8 threes in one game, as I was looking back on some of the stats from Jacksonville. So he's still on fire from a couple nights ago.
25 seconds left in the third quarter. Railers have cut it to 8 at 43-35. Chance to draw even closer as we near the end of the third. Isles holding, standing in the center jump circle. Brings it to the right wing. Now out to Grunder, down to 7 seconds. Then over to Garrett. Garrett, the lefty 3 on the way is good.
Welcome back.
End of 3. Railers have cut it to 5. 43-38. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Railer Basketball brought to you by the Grimaldi Law Office, AAA Window Siding and Doors, and Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard. And things have gotten a little bit closer here in Morgan County as the Railers are down just 5, 43-38, as we get ready to start the fourth quarter along with Josh Komnick and Lloyd Kirby. Jeff Benjamin with you. Railers with a 17-9 advantage in the third, and the Railers are down just 5. Jacksonville with the basketball. Tough pressure from Tryon Bowers. Opens up a little bit. They get it out to McCombs in the corner. Looks like the Railers have really picked up the intensity on the defensive end. Brannon on top to Albers. Now right side to White. He has 12. He's their leading scorer. Isaiah's 12 leads the Railers.
Yeah, not any real foul trouble for either team. Both teams with three fouls in the half, so the Railers still can be pretty aggressive. And it looks like Jacksonville trying to take a little bit of the air out of the ball. And as Isaiah picks up a foul by half court, but they're content with trying to move it around. And we see this all the time, Jeff. When you see that, when you start to feel that momentum go away from you, as Jacksonville is right now, you start to feel uncomfortable. You want that clock to click even faster, and you start going away from what's worked. They really went away from what worked in the third quarter. Didn't get it to McGomes. Rose has hardly been on the court at all in the second half. So again, the Railers starting to feel that momentum. You see their intensity pick up a little bit, and the defense is showing it right now.
Railer Basketball brought to you by the Lincoln Park District, St. Clair's Manor, and Schneider Chiropractic Center. And Josh, exactly to your point, in the third quarter, McCombs and Rose combined for 1 free throw.
Yeah. There it
Tipped
is.
away.
There it is.
Stolen by Bowers. Back up to Isaiah. Isaiah's going to go in.
That's intentional. Yeah.
That's intentional. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you can't grab on. He just grabbed right onto both arms and didn't let it I don't think he was trying to hurt him by any means, Isaiah, but he did not want him to get that ball up on the rim. And he grabbed both arms and went around the waist. And you don't get any complaint from Coach Sean Taylor for Jacksonville.
So Isaiah will shoot 2, and then the Railers have the basketball. So conceivably, they could make up this 5-point deficit very quickly. Isaiah's first free throw is good.
Nice tight spiral, good legs here for Bowers, who's logged a lot of minutes. As they blow the whistle as Isaiah receives the basketball, and you have to. Why would you blow the whistle when when we're going to get the ball again? You sub him in. Now he misses it. Nope. Nice job.
43-39. Railers will have it baseline. 7:04 to go. I'm sure it was just inadvertent.
Yeah, I'm sure. Except that right when Isaiah had the ball in his hands, they blow the whistle as he's getting ready to shoot the free throw.
Over to Isles. Back on top to Fry. Railers down just 4. 43-39. Grunder to Isles. Over to Hop. Again, Hoppy with only 2. A big fourth quarter from him would go a long way to getting the Railers back in this one and maybe getting a win. Isaiah out to Garrett. Over to Hop in the corner. You wonder if Hop could take Brandon baseline whenever he wants to. Isles back out to Fry. Now they hand it back to Hop. Over to Isles at the timeline. 6.5 to go in our game. Isaiah high post to Aaron. Over to Fry. KJ left side 3. Long. Rebound down to Rose for the Crimsons.
Yeah, Hop with just 5 shot attempts so far. 1 of 5. 2 points for the senior, the leading scorer for the Railers.
Back on this end, Dugan over to Brannon. 6 minutes to go. White, 3 on the way, no good. Fighting for the rebound, tipped around. Bowers and McCombs fighting for it.
Good job, Isaiah.
Fry
was battling too.
Yeah, and there was a lot of contact and no call, and the officials letting them play. Last touch by McCombs. So it's 5:53 to go, Josh. Railers down just 4.
A lot more fight in the Railers in the second half, Jeff, on the boards. We've done a really good job of boxing out and then not just settling to stand and watch somebody else go do it. We've had several Railers going after the boards.
Isles out to Grunder. Grunder brings it to the left side. Garrett comes around a screen. Left-hand dribble over to Ben. Top of the key, Bowers. Looks to make a move. Had it tipped away, but he grabbed it back. Over to Hop. Now back out to Grunder. 5.5 to go.
Right there is where Hop's got to take his guy. He's got the top of the key with the floor pretty well spread. He's got a chance to get to the basket.
Isaiah, strong down the lane. Over to Ben, high arcing 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Brannon for the Crimson.
Good look again, though. That's where Grunder has hit 2 so far this game, and you'll take that.
We're down to 5 minutes, still stuck at 43-39. White top of the key, 3 on the way, left it way short, but he went all the way to the right sideline and got his own rebound. Then they try to dump it inside, and the ball's tipped away by Fry. Isaiah, bounce ahead, nice look. KJ couldn't hang onto it. Now they'll set it back up.
Swing it, swing it. Nice.
Garrett,
set up
3.
Garrett one time.
Left it short.
Now Garrett gets his own rebound.
But Garrett got his own rebound. And then a timeout taken by Coach Alexander.
And Fry was wide open as he sinks it as the timeout's being called.
4:35 to go. 43-39 Crimsons, just a 30. We will keep it here as the Railers try to get back in this one. And, the interesting thing, Josh, White misses a 3, is able to track his rebound down. Garrett misses a 3, he's able to get it. We always hear shooter's the first one to know where it's going to go. The fight that the Railers have shown has been great, but 4.5 to go. We need to put some in the basket.
Yeah, right now, let's see if Coach can draw up a play where we can get somebody open or maybe some sort of a back door or Hop. Hop's got to start to get to the basket or attempt. When he has gotten or tried to get to the basket, he's opened some shots up for some other Railers. He doesn't have just but 2 points tonight, but he's done a good job of when he's gotten to the basket and guys converge on him, he's been able to pass out to some open players. 4 assists for Hop tonight, so hopefully we can get number 5 to the basket.
After the Lincoln timeout, 4:30 to go. Hop at the top of the key, watched by Brannon. Hands off to Kirby. Back now to Hop. Hop makes a move. 17-footer on the way. Got it.
He got it.
And just like that, as we approach the halfway point of quarter number 4, Railers are within 2 at 43-41. Brannon over to on top to White. Dugan. McCombs looks to make a move against Hop. Lob it down, tipped away, into the hands of Ben Grunder.
Come and get it, guy. Yeah.
Grunder over to Bowers. Now to Fry. Bryson for the lead. Boom. Yes!
From about 26, Kirby coming up at the top, and you see a little fire out of Grunder, and you see a lot more fire out of the Railers and the Railer Nation as Hop, that's all right, foul on Hop as he went to try and steal it from McCombs, but the Railer defense has picked up, Jeff, and it has equaled on the offensive end.
Bryson Kirby's 3 makes it 44-43. 3.5 minutes to go. Railers with 5 team fouls. Jacksonville with 4. Lob play. Throw it to White, and he missed it. Rebound to Grunder. He was White. He's hit all the threes. Easiest shot he'll have all night, and he missed it.
Yeah, and we had a guy hanging on the net, too. I'm glad they didn't call anything. I'm not sure that it affected it at all, but you never know. You're supposed to leave that alone, but Grunder got his hand caught up in the net, and but all in all, he missed it, and the Railers got another possession here.
Under 3 minutes to go. Lincoln with a 1-point lead. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Jacksonville on the steal. Isaiah steals it back. Isaiah over to Grunder.
Slow down.
Back now to Bowers. 2:40 to go. 44-43. Railers with a 1-point lead. Bowers out to KJ. Kirby. Now it looks like the Railers are going to take a little air out.
Well, you guys got some tired legs out there too. Hop and Bowers, I don't think they've been off the floor yet and have handled the ball most of the time, and Bowers has really kept us in it for the most part, especially in the fourth.
And then a foul is going to be whistled on McCombs, or make that Rose, sorry. That'll be his second. 5th on Jacksonville. And Jacksonville is going to take a timeout. We will take it with them. 2:22 to go. Railers up 44-43. Back in a moment with more Lincoln Railer basketball. Bright Idea Screen Printing, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, and Lincoln Printers bringing you Railer basketball. Josh, 51.5 to go. Railers down 3. A good part of the timeout. Coach Alexander talking to the team. Assistant Coach Greg Alexander talking to the officials. Lots of contact down low. No call.
Yeah, Hop got hit down low, and the contact there, it got called on McCombs down on the last possession that gave them the free throw, and then Hayes hits a huge 3. I mean, it wasn't on the line by any means. He was deep, and what a shot. Not Hayes, I'm sorry, White. What a shot by the junior. So the Railers still got plenty of time. We don't need a 3 right here. We got 45 seconds left.
Hop takes it strong to the basket. Won't go down, and he's going to get to the line for 2.
That might have been Greg Alexander getting you a call right there, because he was hot at that official that just made the call. And I'm not sure. There was a lot more contact on the last time Hop went to the basket than there was that possession.
Hop at the line for 2. First one on the way is good.
Not a lot of arch, but nothing but net there for Hoppy. So, again, I liked what Coach did there. Didn't settle for a 3. A lot of time left, 45 seconds. We're down 3. We still got plenty of time left. Good job by Hoppy of hitting the 2 free throws. Play some defense, Railers.
47-46.
We don't need a foul right away. Let's see if we can get a steal. That's ours.
Throw it away. Just like that. 38.9. It's the turnover.
I think if you're coach, you get a timeout called, or unless you got a play that you've worked on in practice with this, they're not going to pressure you. You can work this down to try and get the last second shot, or maybe right around that 5-second area where you can work on an offensive rebound. 28
seconds. Railers down 1.
The Railers probably want it in the guy's hands that's got it right now, number 5.
47-46. Hop hands off to Bryson. Down to Hop. Hop's going to make a move. Gets the defender in the air. Contact, and he's going to go to the line shooting 2. And boy, give credit to Aaron Hop. he forced the officials to make that call.
Yeah, nice move by Hop. He got the guy up in the air, and you see it in the NBA a lot. You see it in college a lot, not as much in high school, but I always love to do it. When you get that guy up in the air, your last concern is to get the shot up. You just get your body into him, and it's a guaranteed foul.
Hop free throw, good, we're tied. 47-47, 15.4 to go. Rose back in, Albers out for the Crimsons.
Big free throw, you know, you hope that you just didn't shoot it too early, Jeff. 15.4 left for Jacksonville. Probably going to get a timeout for the Crimsons right now.
Hop.
Coach Al's got a timeout.
Hop makes another one. 48-47, 15.4 to go. Timeout taken by the Railers. We will keep it here at the Bowl in Jacksonville. The Railers have fought all the way back, up 48-47.
What was our biggest deficit tonight, Jeff?
It was...
Got to be close to 18, wasn't it?
31-12. It was 19.
Yeah.
Aaron Hop, the conference's leading free throw shooter, comes up big so far here in the quarter. He is 4 of 4. Believe it or not, he's made 28 out of his last 29 free throws.
Well, you want him there in late games in the time, and as the cameraman here is getting a shot of Coach Taylor's last second possession play, so I'm not sure he's going to want that put all over the news, but that's the footage they're getting right now. But yeah, the guy you want on the free throw line, number 5, has hit 4 big ones here. And now, Jeff, you know, the thing is, they're going to be in the bonus. If we foul one more, you get the free throws from Jacksonville, a 1 in bonus. So the Railers have got to play good, sharp defense. And again, you got to box out. Both McCombs and Rose are in, go 6-7. So you got to fight like crazy to go get that rebound. You got Grunder in and a Hop in the back, Fry and Kirby on the wings, and Bowers at the point.
Here we go, 15.4 to go. Timeout taken by Jacksonville as they get it to McCombs right at the timeline. So about 2.5 seconds they use to get it from baseline to right at half court, just to 30. So again, we will keep it here. And Josh, you know, I'm sure coaches have more out-of-bound plays that they want to run in a half-court situation than they do full court.
Right, you get it a little closer, and you know, he's probably got several plays. You know, this guy's been doing it for a long time. He was at Shelbyville for a while and then was over at Quincy. So Taylor's going to have something drawn up here from half court. You just get a closer pass to get it in, whether they want to throw it into their big man from there. It's just a shorter pass. So probably a good play there by Jacksonville as they got plenty of timeouts left. But the Railers here, sound defense again. And rebound. You can't give up. You can't give up a second chance opportunity.
All right, Dugan to inbound, does so to McCombs, and another timeout. So now we're down to 11.8.
Yeah, I think a little bit odd there as they go, I guess, three-quarter court with 2 timeouts. I'm not sure they couldn't have just thrown it in the first time and done two different passes and got to the same spot on the court. But all in all, it's where Coach Taylor wants it, but now you're in a lot better position to where you can throw a lob to your 6'7" guy underneath, although they don't need it, 11.8 seconds left, but you're in an easier manageable spot here, or you've got the full court to throw it back to as well if you're pressured.
So 11.8 to go. With the size they have, Josh, if you're Coach Taylor for Jacksonville, do you lob it down low for the big guys and let them make a decision to whether turn and go to the basket? Because you know the Railers are going to collapse and then kick it back out. Right. Or do you try and get it to one of your outside shooters, fire one up, and know that your big guys will be there for the board?
You hope you get it in your best player's hands. I mean, that's what would be my philosophy, and see what he can do and see what he can see. And they're probably going to have some sort of a screen for a big guy. I would imagine their ultimate goal would be to get it close to the basket if they could, or maybe White from the three-point line. He's been pretty good from there.
48-47, Railers with a 1-point lead. Jacksonville the ball, trying to inbound, still trying to inbound. Brandon does so to McCombs. In the lane, he turns. It won't go down, but McCombs will go to the line, and he will be shooting 2 with 9.8 to go. They went quick.
Yeah, and they got it to him, but again, a guy that's not been real well from the free throw line. 3 of 6, so 50%. The Railers have got to rebound this.
First one on the way, rattled in and out. Every time he's been to the line, he's missed the first one and made the second one. Timeout taken by Coach Alexander with 9.8 to go. 48-47. Railers still hanging in with a 1-point lead. Just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here.
Yeah, and I think if you're the coaching staff too, not only telling your guys to rebound, but for me, I'm on one official that's going to be close to the basket saying, watch any kind of shove in the back on my guys, because they're going to be going for it. Obviously on the miss, they probably not going to get the ball back after, well, we're going to get 2 free throws anyway, or at least a bonus. So I'm on the officials right now saying, hey guys, watch their big guys pushing our guys in the back.
So here we go, 9.8 to go in the fourth. Lincoln 48, Jacksonville 47. Brandon McCombs at the line. He is 3 of 7 from the night. Bowers, Fry, Hop, Grunder, Kirby on the floor for the Railers. McCombs will fire this one up. Hits it, we're tied. It's on the way, and we are tied. Tied at 48. Here we go. Down to 8 to 7. Hop with 5, with 4. Tipped away, and it's kicked by White. So the Railers will inbound, tied at 48 with 3.2 to go.
Nice little adjustment there by Coach Taylor. Been going man most of the second half and throws back that matchup zone, and it looked like it caught the Railers a little bit off guard. Hop not sure where to go with the basketball, and we were lucky there as White kicked it out of bounds. So the Railers right in a nice spot where they like it. They've got plenty of plays from this spot right on the sideline by their bench, where Coach Al is right there, can call a timeout if we need it. We got any? Hopefully we got some left, Jeff.
I don't know, but I think we've got. I don't think they're going to inbound and take another timeout.
No, but I'm just saying if we can't get it in, right, we've got a chance. And Coach Al is right there, seeing all the action, and we're going to be right by an official to call a timeout. So, you'd like to see if you can get it to Hoppy in the middle, and right at that 15-foot range where he's really good.
3.2 to go. Tied at 48. Bryson Kirby will inbound right in front of the coaching staff along the sideline. Let's go get a win. Here we go. Bryson looking to inbound, gets it to Hop. Hop with a dribble, turns on the way, falls off, no good, and we are going to overtime. End of regulation, tied at 48. Back with the overtime in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball. Opening tip, controlled back. Oh, stolen by Bowers. Isaiah will go in with a layup, and it's good.
Yeah, nice start to the overtime. You always love to get that first basket. It puts the other team, puts a little pressure on the other team that they've got to score. So a nice opening play for the Railers and a nice finish by Bowers.
Jacksonville clearly won the opening tip, but Isaiah stepped in the way and got the steal, went straight to the basket to lay it in. Isaiah now with 15, and the Railers are up early here in overtime. White from the corner. That's good.
Man, he's been on fire.
51-50.
The big three he hit there to keep them alive late in the fourth quarter, and now a big one to start overtime.
His 6th three of the night. He has 18. We're a minute into overtime. Railers down 1, 51-50. Hop over to Bowers. Not sure many would have thought when it was 31-12 we'd be talking overtime.
Yeah, but the Railers have shown good resiliency. They've done a good job as Kirby steps on the out-of-bounds line, but we got to stay with it here. Railers just down 1, 51-50 after the turnover. Need a stop here. Get on White.
An innocent pass to the sideline. Bryson hits the sideline, so turnover gives it back to the Crimsons. 2.5 to go. Railers down by 1, 51-50.
Watch the skip pass in the screen.
Dugan out to White. Down low to McCombs. Back on top. It's tipped over to Dugan. To Rose. Back on top to Brannon. Brannon out to White. Rises up again. Hits again.
Yeah, and Kirby with pretty good defense too. Kirby right on him, and White just feeling it right now. And 7-3, I think, and he's got 2 here in the overtime.
James White with 21. Hop thought about the three, didn't take it. Back on top, 2 minutes to go. Railers down 4, 54-50 in overtime. Fry, front of the Railer bench, back on top to Bryson Kirby. Hop. Bowers, right corner three, back rim, no. High for the rebound is McCombs for Jacksonville. Brandon in the backcourt. Approaching a minute and a half, and KJ makes contact with Brandon across the timeline. First on KJ, 8th on the Railers, and that'll send Brandon to the line, shooting 1 and bonus. Brandon with only 3 points has not been to the line yet. Brandon's free throw on the way, and it's good.
Yeah, after the steal and Bowers layup, it's been all Jacksonville here in overtime. 2 threes by White, and now a free throw by Brennan, and up for another one.
55-50. Second one, that's good as well. Timeout taken. It's a full 132 in overtime. Railers down 6. Back in a moment with more Lincoln Railer basketball. Minute 32 at the Bowl in Jacksonville, along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you. Railers looking to hit 500 in the conference. They came in at 4-5, forced overtime, but now Jacksonville, on the strength of a couple threes and some free throws, have a 6-point lead with a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, taking nice advantage of White's hot shooting and free throws by Brandon now. So the Railers got to find some rhythm here back on offense as the now Jacksonville goes back to their man-to-man defense.
They get it into Hop, over to Isaiah. Isaiah's going to take it strong down the lane, back out to Bryson, fires a long three, and he hits.
Nice drive by Bowers, got in the middle of the lane and kicked it out to Kirby, who hit another deep three. So nice answer by the Railers. Got to play good sound defense here.
56-53.
Just down 3.
Bryson with 15 as we tick down to 1 minute to go in overtime. White watched by Garrett Isles. Garrett back in the contest. Double team against Dugan. Over to White. White's going to drive by everybody, lay it up. Won't go down, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line shooting 2. And he may make both of them, but I'd rather him be shooting free throws than have a wide open 3.
At least it wasn't a 3, because he probably had a shot at shooting one. He was wide open, but a nice move by White, got to the basket and was fouled by Bowers. That's his 3rd.
First free throw, rolled off and then rolled back in.
You know, this is a young team too, Jeff. 3 sophomores out on the court right now 3 juniors out on the court for Jacksonville. And one of their better ones, Brady Hayes, is out for the game tonight.
White makes them both. 58-53. Railers need points in a hurry. Hop to the lane, rolled it off the rim, no good. Rebound to Jacksonville. We're down to 42 seconds. Railers down 5. Railers chasing, and Garrett's going to be whistled for the foul, and that'll send the Crimsons back to the line for free throws with 39.4.
Yeah, big possession there. Hop got to the basket, couldn't get the layup to go, and now you give them 2 free throws. They're shooting 2 in the double bonus, as Brandon has hit 2 here already in the overtime.
Free throw up, free throw, got the roll. Their last 3 free throws have not been clean, but they've been the result you want if you're a Crimson fan. They've gone down, 59-53. Brandon's second one, that one's good as well. 60-53, a 7-point lead. Give credit to the Crimsons. They made all 6 of their free throws here in the overtime.
I don't think they missed a shot in overtime.
Oh, and over and back. Aaron Hop was in the front court and kicked it back to Garrett. And just one of those things where Garrett was still in the backcourt, and so the turnover gives it back to Jacksonville. An offensive foul is going to be whistled on Brandon as Isaiah was up kind of close, and Brandon gave a little shove to Isaiah, maybe a little Oscar-worthy for Isaiah.
We'll take it.
We'll definitely take it. 35.7. Railers the basketball. Garrett steps into a three, and he hit it. Timeout, Lincoln. Don't start the car yet. 60-56 with 29 seconds to go. Coach Taylor, I think, lobbying for, seriously, you called that a foul. I can't believe you called that a foul. And the official's probably telling him, I wasn't the one that called it.
Yeah, talk to the other guy.
60-56. Jacksonville's going to have to make some free throws.
Yeah, we got to foul right away. Give ourselves a chance, and obviously you want to deny any, don't let them get it in, but once they do get it in, you can't be real picky about it. You don't have a whole lot of time left. Down 4, 29.1 left. Obviously, you probably like McCombs to get it if he can, but again, you just don't have a lot of time to be picky about your foul. You got to commit the foul and hope they miss, and we got to secure the rebound. And
we've seen a few games lately, Josh, where not only do you have to be committed to who you're going to try and foul, but eventually you're going to have to make the foul. Somebody's going to have to make it, because we've seen occasions where Lincoln's had someone they could foul. It's just they're not making the foul.
And you got to foul. I mean, you got to feel it. You know, the refs got to hear it. They got to be able to see it. I always like to see if it was a right-handed shooter. Guess what I was slapping at? That right arm. And and hopefully the Railers that can deny it. Now foul him. There you go.
That's the perfect guy to foul, as KJ is called for the foul on McCombs. So McCombs will come down for his 2 free throws in overtime. He's been make-miss on his 4 trips to the line. He's 4 of 8, has 8 points in the game.
Well, and Jacksonville takes the rest of the guys off the line, so maybe that'll throw him off a little bit.
First free throw on the way. Back rim, no. Garrett Isles in, Ben Grunder out. See if he can do us a favor and miss another one. Oh, he did. Missed them both.
Don't need a 3 here. Get hop and get to the basket. They don't want to foul.
60-56. Garrett tries to clear space in the corner. KJ 3. Missed it. High for the rebound. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by White in front of Bryson Kirby. So it'll stay with the Railers. 17 seconds to go. Albers quickly to the scorer's table to get in. He replaces Rose. Railers down 4, 60-56. Kirby inbounds out to Garrett Isles. Gets it back. Bryson's 3 is good.
Got it. Time. Get up.
60-59. Brandon inbounds.
I thought
got to foul somebody.
I thought the clock's supposed to stop while they're taking the ball out of bounds.
I think that's only in college.
Okay.
Bryson hits his second 3 to make it 60-59. And a foul called on the Railers. That's on KJ. It's his 3rd. But the important thing is Dugan goes to the line shooting 2. He is 1 of 2 from the line. Railers are down just 1. 7.1 to go. Coach's son shooting free throws.
Probably a guy you want to have if you're the Crimsons.
First one on the way is good.
Well, we got a chance, Jeff. Just down 2. If he hits this one or 3, 7.1. The Railers have got to push it, and you got to get some sort of a look, maybe a dribble handoff, and you got to fire.
Made it. 62-59. Another timeout taken by Jacksonville. They're taking it. We'll take it with them. 7.1 to go in overtime. Railers down 3. Back with Lincoln. Railer basketball. 7.1 to go, Josh. Railers down 3. What do you look for from the Crimsons?
Well, maybe a different wrinkle. They've done a good job of throwing different defenses at us all night. Every time we call a timeout, coach probably setting up a play for a man, and then they would show up in a zone. You may see some sort of a press just to slow the ball down a little bit. You got McCombs. Looks like they're going out to cover the basketball. So you got 6'7" guy. Remember, Garrett, you can run the baseline after a make. So run the baseline and get that pass in, and Hop's got to be on a beeline to try and get somebody open.
Here we go. Garrett will inbound, being watched by McCombs on the baseline. Railers got to go length of the court. Garrett gets it into Hop to 6. to 5 to 4, and then a foul whistled on Brannon, and we talked about that. It'll send Hop to the line shooting free throws.
Yeah, probably not a bad play as the Railers have been shooting a three pretty good. Coach Taylor elects to have their guys foul on the way down the court, and it puts us at just a bonus now. So now if you're Hop, you got 4.3 seconds. You probably got to try and make the first and miss the second one.
Brannon's going to have to come out because he has blood on his jersey. So with 4.3 to go, Hop, most important thing, got to get the first one. The official's having some sort of discussion, and he's telling him, you gotta leave. Yeah, we're not going to wait for a trip to the medic. 4.3 to go. Hop's got to get this one.
Yeah, I've got to make the first and then probably try and miss the second, but man, it's tough to rebound with 6'7", 6'7" underneath.
Hop missed it. Rebound foul by the Railers. Hop missed it, 3 seconds to go. And it'll be McCombs going back to the line, shooting 2.
Well, your only chance is that he misses both of them. You got a 3-point lead for Jacksonville, 62 to 59, with 3 seconds left.
Need a couple misses here. McCombs on the way, rolls good. And the one player who struggled the most at the line for Jacksonville, maybe the one that finally puts the win in the column for the Crimsons. Off the front of the rim, no good. Hop, Isles, fires it up on the way, does not go. Our final score in overtime, Jacksonville 63, Lincoln 59. Railers fall to 10-9 on the season, 4-6 in conference play. Jacksonville now 12-6, 7-3 in the Central State 8. Our final in overtime from Jacksonville, Crimson 63, Railers 59. We'll be back with the Josh Komnick Ground Corporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center postgame show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
But the Railers shot the three really well tonight. The Railers shoot 19 of 45 from the field for 42%. 13 of 25 from 3 for 52%. They were 8 of 12 from the free throw line for 67%. We had 21 total rebounds, 8 of them offensive, 11 assists on 7 turnovers. So the Railers, I believe, if you go back to halftime, the Railers had, I think, four turnovers in the first half and just 3 there in the second half. 6 steals for the Railers. So a tale of 2 different halves, but a nice half, second half for the Railers.
Joined now by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. And coach, we talked about it, Josh just alluded to it. You get down 31-12 in the first half. You start fighting your way a little bit here, a little bit there. You make the comeback, and boy, these are the ones that feel like they're a little bit harder to take when you fight all the way back and still overtime didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Saw some good things, but you talked about it last week at MacArthur. There are no moral victories, and this one came up 4 points short.
Yeah, this one here hurts pretty bad. I mean, the kids fought back, but, if we'd have played the first, 12 minutes the way we played the last, 20 minutes, it might have been, but that's hearsay. You got to come to play. We made some silly mistakes. The turnovers we had were, some of them were even unforced. And you don't beat a team like that doing that. So, but our kids fought. We played hard, and but we get to an overtime. We're not a powerful team, but can make mistakes and be able to fight back in an overtime period.
Well, too, and you had, two guys that, obviously the two guys that handle the ball the most, Bowers and Hop, hadn't been off the floor all game, and you go into an overtime, and it starts to just another 4 minutes that they've got wear and tear on their body, Coach. But I think if you go probably take this tape, and it might be as good a tape as you're going to have to show the guys on what can happen when you ratchet it up and play some defense. Jacksonville had one turnover in the first half. They were just picking us apart, able to see vision all over the court. When we started to get on their guards, they couldn't get it inside. They finished with 9 turnovers, probably about right at our average at 8 per half, but they only had 1 in the first.
Yeah, and that's our defense. And, we tried trapping them, and they were just bigger and passed out of it and swung the ball around. And I think more discouraging than anything is, again, we had one shooter to beat us, and we didn't recognize where he was at.
And, Coach, we talked about that a little bit, I think it was earlier this week or one of his most recent games, he had 8 threes, and especially in the first half, and you just talked about it, when he was open for a 3, he was wide open.
Yeah, he wasn't, and you can't do that. I mean, they swung the ball around, and we had their defense or their offense down perfectly. They either ran a 4 out or 2 in, or and picked the baseline, or they dove a couple guys, and we had it defensed properly, but on chalk, on the chalkboard. But we got to be able to execute it on the floor, and we had some backs the first half that were running up and picking up the second cutter and leaving the backside open. And again, they scored easy baskets as they did the first time we played.
Easy baskets a lot in the first half, Coach, but the adjustment that you guys made in the second half, and I think just intensity, we played a little more physical underneath, and we bodied some of their big guys rather than just letting them body us. They had 8 offensive rebounds in the first half. They finished with 10. The guys not only got position and battled with just shoving and pushing, but we had guys going after the basketball on the rebounds, and a lot of that was Ben Grunder. The sophomore came in and provided some strength, some outside shooting with a couple of threes, Ben, but I thought his defense and rebounding and just playing with some intensity and strength was a big pickup off the bench.
Yeah, I thought he had a great game. He's been, kind of sidelined a little bit with a little aching knee, and but he came out, and I thought he gave us a lift. He gave us some aggressiveness towards the basketball. He went up and got some rebounds that, we're just kind of waiting for him to fall, and you have to attack the ball. You have to, even if you run over somebody, you got to go get some of them, and he definitely done that for us tonight, and then he hit the 2 big shots.
And, Coach, you talk about what he did defensively as well as the Railers in the second half. There are 2 big kids down low, McCombs and Rose. No field goals in the second half or overtime, so the Railers did a much better job on that. But like Josh pointed out, when you're putting the pressure on the basketball up high, it makes it a lot more difficult to get it down to the guys inside.
Oh, yeah, and you pressure the ball, they got more things to worry about than standing there, looking around, seeing who's open, and we done a much better job the second half, but we still had some errors in the second half that cost us, and again, this team here has no room for error, and we really need to make no turnovers and be able to hit every shot. We might have a chance to win.
Well, Coach, no chance to worry about this one, as you've got Eisenhower tomorrow at 5 o'clock over at MacArthur, wrapping up the Central State 8 tournament. And you've got another tough test, a little bit different style in Eisenhower, as they're going to be a more run-and-gun team with some athletes going to the basket. So different styles each night here in the conference.
And that's what makes this conference so good, and that's what prepares us for the end of the season. And, tomorrow night, again, is a different style. It's really a style that is our system is built for. And hopefully we can come out, and again, if we don't rebound, if we play soft like we did the first half, we'll be in trouble. So,
yeah, you talk about styles. I thought we kind of played right into their style in the first half. Didn't pressure the ball. We pushed the ball a little bit more in the second half and made their big boys run. And seemed like we got some open looks for Kirby. Was able to hit a few threes. Isles hit a couple big ones there. Nice to see the senior back in the lineup. And that style maybe have to work against a team like this, but it may not work as well tomorrow night.
But it could work with our shooters, and if we can shoot the ball, they're going to give us a lot more looks than what we got tonight. And we've got to be able to backdoor tomorrow night. If we don't backdoor and get the pressure off, we'll have a hard time because they really get out and deny you the basketball.
And Coach, again, to talk about a little bit what you said the other night, the varsity starts at 5, but the JV is going to start at 3:30, and then they're going to keep that schedule running. So the team that plays after us, their JV will start at 5, and so Lincoln will be over there at 3:30 for the JV, and then the varsity at 5.
That's correct.
All right, well, safe trip over to Decatur. We've already seen MacArthur's gym once. Haven't been over MacArthur for a while, and now we get to go twice in a week, and hopefully the Railers can get a win and prevent another winless streak from coming up. But then, of course, the Railers, after playing all these games in a short amount of time, next week down to just one game again. So the schedule very odd that way, but again, the Railers, as Josh said, not much time to think about this one as you got to Eisenhower tomorrow night over at MacArthur.
Yeah, you get through tomorrow, you're basically 2/3 through the season, and again, it goes by so quick, and we have to just be ready to play tomorrow night, and then we really got to get focused for the stretch run here and try to be able to pick up. We've got to beat some good teams. We can compete with the teams we're supposed to, but you got to win close ones. And you take a look, we've played Lampier to really a one-point game. We had to foul after a little missed shot. We had a chance to win that, had a chance to win this one, had a chance to beat MacArthur. Those 3 teams plus Southeast is probably going to be the top 4 seeds in our subsectional. So to go on top of that, we've got this regional at home. So if our guys just stay focused and keep getting better, you never know what can happen.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Safe travels back to Lincoln, and we'll see you down in Decatur for a 5 o'clock start tomorrow night against Eisenhower.
Okay, thank you.
Railers fall in overtime 63-59. We'll wrap it up in a moment. This is Lincoln Railer basketball.
Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM and streaming live on WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Windows Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Town & Country Bank, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Jason Schmidt at Channel Seeds, Friendship Manor, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Realtor Nancy Cunningham at Brady Realtors, Stacy Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Drow Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Christine Short, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, and by Family Custom Cleaners Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul.